So what is meditation? Meditation, in its simplest state, is simply sitting in contentment. We've surrounded that state with many rules on how to sit and what type of posture we should have, and rules on watching the breath and all these types of things. And ultimately, if we get caught up in trying to follow these rules, which create a dual state, we can sometimes find discontentment in meditation, right? We can find that we don't like to do meditation. So, the way that I've always looked at it is to remove these rules as something that's unnecessary. Something that the human mind surrounds with a beautiful state so that we can get to that state, but often stands in the way of that state. So for today, we're going to talk about meditation as simply being sitting in contentment. Right? Simple state. The state of needing nothing at all. And if we cannot remember how this feels, we can simply begin by pretending to need absolutely nothing. Right? But the secret is, we are not pretending. We have simply been discontent so long that we cannot remember the original state we started from. We started from the state that meditation is trying to show us, right? We started by sitting in contentment. We were a content person, right? We were not born discontent. Right? We had nothing to be discontent about. We have had no experiences. So we were born content. And our experiences have led to much of our energy being in discontentment. Right? And we have forgotten what our original state is. So meditation is a beautiful thing when we get rid of some rules. Right? Meditation can allow us to sit in contentment, or our original state, for a few minutes each day. And for those few minutes, we can sit and we can watch without a single need those energies that cannot sit with us, right? Those energies that we are ourselves when we're not in meditation, that cannot sit in contentment, right? Right? We started out with being contented, and we've had experiences. And the result of those experiences is that much of our energy is at unrest, right? It has seen such things that it does not want to see again. So now we have requirements before we will sit in contentment. These things must take place or else we will not be content. And so contentment is a much harder state to find, right? All of these ways of thinking were started by us in the past to help us find a better life, right? But if we look at it through meditation and sitting in contentment each day, we will see that much of this energy, which is fighting for our happiness, is making us unhappy now. So what do we do now? Now that we are sitting in contentment, watching the results of how we've thought, right? And how that this thinking is now bringing us much discontentment in a way. And that our energy usually seems to be working against itself, right? The mind full of self-argument. Parts of us kind of encouraging us, other parts discouraging us, right? It's hard to know what will happen. Meditation allows us first to watch from a place of safety. And then we begin to build understanding of how these energies got started in our past. When was the first time we started thinking this way? And why did we do that? And how is it affecting us now? And through reasoning with these energies in that kind of way, we can bring much of this energy back to the present and begin to work with us, because it'll begin to let go of whatever those requirements were to be content, right? To see that those requirements were causing issues in the present. And by letting those issues go, by letting go, right, we can have this energy return to us in the present in a more cooperative state. You see, each one of us has 100% potential energy. And now much of the human race, much of that energy seems to work against itself, right? 100% potential. But if 60% of your energy is engaged in self-argument, or this thinking in the mind that will not stop, then only 40% of our energy is available for use in the present moment, right? We seem distant, right? We seem caught in our thinking all the time. So 100% of our energy is being expended. 60% is working against itself, and 40% is expressing itself in the present. We act weakly, even though we are expending a great deal of energy. In fact, we are expending 100% of our energy, but not in a way that is bringing us power in the present moment. Meditation begins to change this, right? By removing self-conflict, we begin to build cooperation where conflict was, right? Now where two energies meet, it fights or argues, right? And energy against energy never, produces more energy. It produces less, right? So where conflict was, now cooperation exists, right? And quickly we can build our present energy from 10, 20, 30, 40% to 100% present without fear, without anxiety, right? Present, to live our life where it should be, in the present, right? So meditation teaches us that sitting in contentment is a powerful state of mind. Our original state, right? Our original self, right? That is who we truly are. The rest of it is our self stretched out of shape into discontentment because of the things we've seen in life, right? We can build a life around our true state, right, of being a contented being by first using meditation to build a quiet spot of peacefulness to watch our energies work. Then to see how our energies conflict with themselves so that we can bring healing to those energies, so that we can bring relief to those energies, so that those energies can come back to the present and sit in contentment with us. And if we do this enough times, right, we can have a place where we are always sitting in contentment, our energy always in the present and cooperative, in the state of meditation, it seems, right? But now we will walk a lifetime this way, because this is not a state meant for meditation. Meditation was meant to remind us that sitting in contentment was our original state, right? And if we use meditation properly, we will never leave that state. It is not a state of doing nothing. It is a state of doing everything without need, right? It is a state of doing everything in a state of contentment and peacefulness, right? So that we are using our energy in the most powerful way possible. So this is what meditation is capable of. And I teach this online. I'm almost done a course that will be available at my website on how to find this kind of contentment. The course is called Meditation for Tuning Consciousness, right? I also teach Zoom classes on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, live classes, and they're available at my website as well. But I want to thank you for this talk that we've had, and I encourage you all to begin a practice of meditation each day and remember who we are, right? And once we remember who we are, we can use that cooperative energy in the present to help our neighbors to become cooperative as well, right? And perhaps add a little healing to this planet. But I want to thank you for everything, and namaste.